Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 6 of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. The last episode, we had a couple of little tidbits of information that dropped that kind of raise an eyebrow as to what might be going on. So lots of little details, lots of little things creeping around in my brain, making things kind of turn. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and hop in and see what happens next. So guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. They are on watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes of my reaction the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel, guys. At the end of the day, I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does go a long way with helping these videos out. And with that all said out of the way, let's hop into episode 6. Here we go. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, what the hell? What are we watching right now? Okay, we're watching somebody watch something. Oh wow, Gideon's hit it rough. Oh, no fear.
I'm looking for Graves. Gideon. Who the hell is Goose?
You've reached the adult formerly known as Gideon Graves. It's the Goose now. Gordon Goose.
That's cool. You know, my name isn't Lucas, actually.
What, really?
It's Luke.
Oh,
that's not even remotely the same thing.
Yeah, no.
I've lost everything. You've lost everything. I thought maybe you'd have some words of advice.
Now you want something from me.
I know I left you in the lurch after Matthew, but if you could find it in your heart to forgive me,
Forgiveness is what you want? Well, I have something entirely different in mind.
Oh, goddamn. He got there quick.
Friendship!
Oh, no! Wow. This is warming my soul, dude. Oh, dude. Dude, I have a story about that. I'll have to, if I remember, I'll mention it at the, I'll clarify at the end. A little baking incident. Probably, I think it was like the first time I ever used an oven.
Do they even like each other? Because sometimes it feels like they hate each other.
This is season 12. I can loan you the DVDs if you want the backstory.
Wow. Maybe I'm completely wrong about Julie.
What did you do to my house? And what's with the robot?
What robot?
Yeah, what the fuck? Another one? What the fuck is going on? All right, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't completely write off my theory about Julie. Not yet, but the whole ominous ending of them being paired up with the glossed over glasses and everything, watching TV. I guess maybe they were just watching some anime. It was just meant to be ominous. Episode 6. Who did it? Okay. It was also selected down to 2-player mode. I wonder if that's indicative of anything. I haven't noticed that in any of the previous scenes.
It's you. Julie, I'll make this brief.
Is that the sound of skates I hear? Tell Ramona to come in here and kick it. We'll watch TV and eat chips.
Aw.
Oh no, we're out of chips. Jules, we need chips.
So it's you and Gideon now.
This info dump was inevitable. Be back in a bit, baby.
Okay, bye. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you more.
Okay.
Bread makes you think.
Too vague. Bread makes you fall.
Or bread makes you fat.
Bread ain't all that.
We're getting closer. There it is.
Hey, Knives. When did you start playing piano? More or less than 4 hours ago?
Slightly more.
And how did you get the
Slightly
CEO
more.
of G-Man Media to bankroll your project?
Mr. Patel had the capital, but he was also an aspiring Broadway theater obsessive.
That works.
But not a lot of people know this, but I majored in theater in college.
Gasp! I had no clue. Did anyone get it on video?
Wow, she's playing her cards well.
Scott Pilgrim's precious little musical. The Go Project!
I hope you know how much we've...
Gotta play to his ego.
I know you're bummed your movie is dead, but this is fun too, right?
Oh, I don't care about the movie shutting down. It didn't mean anything to me.
I mean, I miss having my own golf cart.
Oh my
It
god.
didn't mean anything to you? From one creative to another. I can't believe you're saying this.
I guess the thing about that is, I don't even remember writing it.
Do you mind
that would
explaining
play a
that
big
in
part
any
of
way,
it.
shape, or form?
Well,
Yes,
I
please.
assumed I saw my sleep paralysis demon at my computer. Then I woke up the next day, and there it was.
We have to tell Ramona about this. She's the one who's been searching for Scott this whole time.
Really?
You two moved on with your lives, but she's been skating all over town asking a lot of stupid people some really smart questions.
I didn't know that.
Come on, Knives. When we saw Ramona on the movie set, you were as cool as a cucumber.
That was business. This is emotional business.
Aw.
Emotional business.
Can I get a witness?
Stop. Enough with the songwriting. Can we focus for a second?
Right. When I was in high school in North Bay, Ontario, Gordon Goose was the weirdest kid in my year.
Oh wow.
Everyone called him Fearless because he wore those No Fear t-shirts every day. One day out of nowhere, he presents the most popular girl in school with a 12-point business plan as to why she should date him.
They call me fearless. I have no fear of the sting of rejection. Therefore, there's no downside to me attempting this.
Fair enough. Well, I guess that was a lie. That sting did hit.
I had no idea Gideon Graves was the dorky kid from my past until he turned up on my doorstep.
When I was with him, Gordon was a twitchy, rage-filled, impulsive, emotionally abusive, controlling, manipulative egomaniac.
That's putting it lightly, dude. The whole frozen X's thing, the glow, and...
Gordon showed up, he was power hungry. He wanted revenge. He would have done anything to get his empire back. Ugh, ambition is hot. But after a few days, it's like the evil drained out. Now he just sits on the couch watching anime all day.
What if it's an act? The Gideon I knew was a plotter. The whole League of Evil Exes thing could have been a smokescreen for an ultra-secret kidnapping plot.
I wish that was the case. I wish we were up to some exciting villain business. It would spice things up around the house. But he's just a loser. Trust me.
One step forward, 2 steps back.
You should come over and say hey.
Damn, I thought I had a pretty good fucking theory, too, for a minute.
Hey, so his real name is Gordon Goose. And
Oh
he's
my
living
God,
here in the neighborhood, and
Stacy.
he's dating some girl who works in a coffee shop. Can you believe that crap?
Some girl, you know who she is. You know her name.
Were you eavesdropping?
You shouldn't be here on your day off. Aw, Scoot. Scoot on out of here.
Huh?
What the hell? A hole in the roof.
I was gone for 90 fucking minutes. What did you do to my house?
Oh, we're
And
finally
what's with
caught
the
up.
robot?
Where have I seen that robot?
In
I
every
want some
episode.
answers.
It wasn't me. It was the goose.
What? Goose don't skate? Why would I build a skate ramp in the middle of Julie's lovely home?
She seems pissed.
Wow.
I don't care which one of you did it. You're both gonna pay.
Go.
Oh no. Sleep hours versus Lucas Lee.
What?
Gordon Goose.
What? Why? Why?
Stop.
Okay.
This is stupid.
Okay, I was like, there's
all
no
the
way we're
adults for
getting a
once,
full-on
okay?
fight between
Julie,
them over
What are you
that.
doing?
Guess I got caught up in the moment.
Lucas, you can't live here. Find your own place.
I'm flat broke, and the only work I can get is voicing an animated series. Lucas Lee is live action or nothing.
You might need to open your mind to other
Yeah,
opportunities.
dude. Oh god,
And
that's
you,
mildly
stop
meta.
being a loser. And treat Julie better than you treated me.
Oh.
That robot with the lampshade on its head, where have I seen it before?
You know who made him, right? That's their special little guy right there. The twins.
I like how she got double exclamation points. I'm surprised Lucas remembered that. Yo!
Guess she's got better things to do. Well, it's been real. Gordon.
My man.
Aww. That's kind of sweet, man. I like that a lot.
What if I said that while it seemed like I wasn't doing anything and was throwing a pity party, I was actually planning an elaborate plan. A plan in which I would get revenge on the one who took everything from me. A plan that would turn Matthew Patel into dust.
Oh, shit.
What would you say if I was planning a plan like that?
This is a fake out, right?
I'd say that's hot.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. What's the plan? Oh, God.
Now clean my fucking house,
Right away.
What the hell? Oh, okay. So he is planning something, but is it at all linked to what's going on?
We have information about your case, your Scott case.
What if I told you I cracked the case wide open? Would any of you want to hear what I figured out?
Team up!
This is my favorite part of every WHODIDIT. The part when you find out who did it.
It's who done it.
If anything, it'd be who's done it. I would know. I used to be a writer.
God damn it, Neil.
As you all know, Scott was taken from the scene of the rocket by someone who faked his death. I've been trying to figure out who did it, why they did it, and how they did it. And now, I know all three.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's start with the who.
So, 7 X's, 5 eliminated.
Come on, Steven.
Leaves
2. The twins. Ken and Kyle Katayanagi. They were my TAs in Robotics 101. It was my second semester of college. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a kid, but to the twins, I was fresh meat. This year's girl.
Wow.
So maybe I got a little bit of satisfaction when they figured out I was playing them right back. See, I was dating both of them at the same time.
Damn, Ramona.
See, I thought they knew that they were both dating her.
Sounds familiar.
But then again, I don't remember.
Familiar? To
Oof.
Scott. Us.
Hey, can we get back to the WHODIDIT?
Right.
Neil's like, enough of that
is a
shit.
Vegan portal, but this portal far exceeded the power level of my only vegan ex. And that made me realize, what's more powerful than a human vegan?
A robot vegan?
A robot vegan.
Are you fucking kidding me? Mecha vegan.
A robot that's never eaten meat.
Wasn't that most robots?
A robot that's never had any dairy. A vegan without the inherent flaws of humanity.
I'll roll with it. I'll play this game.
I remembered where I saw that robot before.
They were at the concert. They were at the Rocket.
It was at the Rocket, before Sex Bomb went on stage.
Oh, well. Maybe it's our ghostwriter
There you
who
have it.
pulled him through.
Who, Ken and Kyle Katayanagi, the twins I spurned in college, kidnapped Scott Pilgrim by using their robot's unique capabilities to create the most powerful vegan portal of all time. When I find the twins, I find Scott.
We're gearing up.
Didn't we come here for a reason?
Oh, yeah, right.
Young Neil didn't write that script.
We didn't figure out the who, the why, or the how, but we did figure out the when. According to the file data, that script was written 14 years from now.
Whoa. What? But it was on his computer, unless he USB'd it in and then put it in. What the fuck?
Hey. Scott? Where have you been? Was it the twins? Their robot? The vegan portal? Are you okay?
There should be none of it.
And yes,
And some of
was
it.
the twins, and their robot, and the vegan portal.
Okay,
but
well, never mind.
Someone else was behind the whole thing.
Someone else? Who?
It was me. I did it.
Oh, what?
Shoo, 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 shoo by shoo.
Oh, God, okay. So the script was written 14 years from now. So Scott, if he is to be believed, who has been returned at this point, did he just return himself or did he escape? So if Scott, 14 years in the future, I guess, has this information of how things were meant to play out, got help from the Katayanagi twins to build a robot to open a vegan portal that would allow him to go back and change the past. But why then leave the script behind? Again, that's the part that throws me off a little bit. Why leave any evidence of a timeline that didn't happen? You know, like if he was trying to like be like, oh, whoops, he died. He never dated Ramona. Why go back and have this script written to plot out how things should have been, unless there's a reason for him making these chess moves? Otherwise, my initial reaction to this, if Scott's plan was to, that explains my thing from the last episode when I was talking about spitballing that whole Julie Powers theory about her being the architect behind this whole thing. Why not just kill him? If it's Scott, you can't kill him. Otherwise, then you created a whole other paradox. So he can't kill himself, because that would erase himself. So if he's behind that, that explains why Scott wasn't killed. But where my brain is now going with that is, well, 14 years in the future, maybe things didn't work out for Ramona. And so rather than live with that pain that's second to Big X, potentially, is he trying to, like, erase that hurt by making it never happen so that they never ended up dating? But then again, it is already a paradox, because if he's coming back and preventing himself from going down the path he was meant to go on, he's interfering with his own time and keeping him off the timeline he's meant to be on. So then why would he need to exist to go back and do that himself anyway? Because he's preventing that from having that outcome. So then he wouldn't have needed to do that in the first place. Anyway, I like that Ramona, like, was on top of it once she got all that information and put it together. Got about as far as I got, minus the vegan robot part. I was only able to put that together the moment she started explaining everything. When she was like, what's more powerful than a human vegan? I was like, a robot vegan? I was like, where are we going with this? Well, that makes sense, I guess. Does that mean any robot inherently has vegan powers? Unless, like, we're qualifying robotic trash cans that have had meat tossed into them or are involved in any kind of meat processing. That should be all robots for the most part. I mean, unless you count fossil fuels, anything that is powered by that, because that is technically animal byproduct, I guess. Would that disqualify it from having vegan powers? I don't know. I will say, though, on top of that, we have Gideon seemingly also plotting something to get back at Matthew Patel. There's something going on there, which I feel like is wholly separate from what is going on at the moment. It's just kind of some of the fallout from Scott's own interference within his own time stream. But then why bring Scott back unless this Scott managed to escape? Damn it, I have so many fucking questions right now, man. But I will say, I absolutely love this redemption for the twins. We haven't really touched on them at all yet. Hopefully that'll be next episode, because we have to see, I guess we would have to see by this point, like, why they helped Scott, why they were after Scott, why they were part of this plan to begin with. But big question is, like, aside from all of that stuff, you know, I like that Gideon and Luke, I like that they're coming about their real names, even though Lucas, come on, dude. I like how Gideon at least called him. I was like, not really the same thing to what I did, but sure, we'll roll with it. I loved seeing them just become friends at the end of the day and just, you know, find companionship outside of these relationships. Hey guys, Editing Omni here. I wanted to insert this because I did bring it up in the middle of the reaction, that whole little bit about a story that I had involving an oven after we saw Gideon and Luke struggling to cook whatever the hell that was in there, that I was going to share with you guys in the post review kind of thing, and I completely forgot. I think it was like when I was in high school. You know, parents were out, they were working and stuff like that. It usually left me and my friends at home alone most of the time, and we were hungry, so we had a frozen pizza, and It was our first time working an oven, and I was poking around, hitting the buttons, and, you know, I put it in. It was like, well, you had to put it into like 450 or whatever and preheat it. And all that seemingly went fine. Put it in for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it was. I forget the exact time, but lo and behold, a little thing I accidentally did, apparently, was when I set it to 450, 350, whatever the number was at the time, it wasn't in Fahrenheit. Somehow I hit something and switched it to Celsius. Now, I don't know that it actually could reach that temperature. I don't know how an oven feasibly could, but the numbers were the numbers that were on the box. It was just in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. So within 10 minutes, it was rolling smoke, and we shut that thing off. And when I pulled it down, that pizza was a charred, nuked disc. And I pulled it out, and I dropped it. And it literally hit the ground and spun like a coin. I will never forget that moment, dude. Oh my Lord. Anyway, I wanted to share that because it was just a hilarious cooking story that I have from my past that it just seemed like fitting given the situation of what we saw there in that little fun montage. So I thought I'd include that here for you guys. Another thing that I'm kind of shocked that they would just kind of glossed over is just to what extent Gideon has kind of done some shady shit. Like, they barely scratched the surface of it, because, like, Ramona's not his only ex. I mean, this is an alternate reality, but none of the past that has been altered right now would incorporate that bit. Like, he should still have a stockpile of frozen exes and his secret power up his sleeve. So I don't know if that's going to come into play at all. But I like him coming back to Julie. I like him reforming, or, well, seemingly reforming. Like, he's still going to try to get revenge for what happened with Matthew Patel, but he seemingly has let go of this whole Ramona Flowers bit. You know, when she came in, they were like, oh, let's all hang out. Let's just watch this anime. That whole little day he spent with Luke was just so much fun and so endearing and just so heartwarming, seeing that at the end of the day, maybe he just needed a friend, you know, and the fact that he seemingly doesn't care or has let go of this grudge or this attachment, this obsession with Ramona, at least for the time being, and right now that is all geared towards getting vengeance on Matthew Patel. So we'll see how that unfurls. But yeah, we had a huge, this is the episode where everything just kind of came together. And I like how at the end of the day, when it all came to, you know, everything was on the table and it was time to go figure out who took Scott and why. When it finally came time to go confront the twins, the supposed perpetrators behind this everything, the evidence is all pointing towards, Scott's just right there at the doorstep. It is some kind of time shenanigans, I guess. I mean, again, he wrote it. I'm going to hand wave this away. If it is using some half robot tech for him to kind of activate these portals and travel with the help of this robot, you know, he probably brought like a flash drive or something like that and uploaded it. I have to go back and look at that scene because the way it looked is he just started typing with an already open file. So he would have had to put his own file there on his computer in order for that evidence for knives in them to find to be true. So I don't know if that's a plot hole or just like a hand wavy kind of thing, but it's just something that came to mind in the moment just now. Is like, that's not how that would work, given how we saw it happen. But we only saw a brief second of it. You saw him wake up in the middle of the act already happening. So it's very easily that he could have plugged in a flash drive and changed some things around and then printed it out from his computer so that he could wake up and find it there. But again, why leave? If you're there to change things, if you were there to kidnap yourself and prevent yourself from meeting Ramona or dating Ramona or becoming official with her, why leave an evidence of a timeline where you won against Matthew Patel? There's something else going on here that I'm not able to latch on to. Damn, I thought I was spitting some fire with that Julie Powers theory, dude. Damn it. But again, I think some of my favorite bits in this, I mean, in this whole series so far has just been the way it's been focusing on the exes so much and letting them interact, letting them grow, letting them have these moments of kind of redemption in a way, of healing. That was one of the things I was really hoping for with this, and we're seeing definitely a lot of that. so far with all the ones we've confronted at this point. While this is an alternate reality of sorts, I'm just wondering like how much of the original source material as far as the backstories go. A lot of it, I mean, as far as everything seemingly has been considered behind all of the X's so far. But there, like I said, there's all that sketchy shit, that real nasty stuff that Gideon had buried beneath his compound that we haven't touched on at all. And we're just kind of glossing over that. And I'm wondering if if he goes back and he overthrows Patel or whatever, maybe that'll all get uncovered or something. I don't know. Or maybe they don't want to touch on it. Maybe that's just too much for them to want to tackle in this show right now, because it's pretty messed up. Anyway, guys, that's where we're at right now. I'll go ahead and leave it there. But what did you guys think of this episode? I'd love to hear from you guys, so share your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan Kieran, Yorick Roscon, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Contrail, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, and Scythe. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.